So today I am getting ready to celebrate the Peace Craft Love birthday party. So it's coming up on, well, today, the day of this release, August 20th, but obviously I'm making this in advance. And to prepare for her birthday, Anna, the owner of Peace Craft Love, has put together what she's calling a stash builder. And this one is birthday based, and it's $5, which is a pretty good deal. And with it you get these papers, and they're double-sided, and I've already cut some of them, so they are missing some pieces, but this is what they look like on the other side. And it's a pretty solid collection for just building a couple of pages. And then you also get a little bit of sequin mix to go with it. And she also included in this particular one the strawberry cake die and stamp set from Altenew. So that is the set that I'm working with today. I'll be adding a couple of things to it, but mostly just working with pictures of my son. So because it's birthday, his birthday's not till March, but because it's birthday, I kind of wanted to do a design that would allow me to show how he has grown up. His birthday's in March, but we're gonna go ahead and go with that anyway. I've done a focus page on my daughter already, and I am still working with the 6x8 book that I have. So far this year, this is what I've done. This is the page that I was thinking of that I focused on my daughter. It was the Alice in Wonderland one. There's my dad, the kids at Disneyland, my dog out in the snow, and then the most recent one, some of my girlfriends last year along with me, and this little girl who just got out and popped her hip right in the middle of it. It was just so cute. So I'm just continuing to add to this book, and today is no different as I get ready for the Peace Craft Love birthday. So I'll just go through and make and chat, and while I'm making and chatting, there will be times when I go ahead and fast forward, because you don't need to listen to me use my sewing machine, because I'm always using my sewing machine. But what I decided to do is work with this base, and then because there's a lot of pink here, and my son doesn't object to pink necessarily, but I did want to have something that was slightly more masculine than all the pink, and so I chose the turquoise and the purples and the blues to work with. I cut out this diamond shape and used this as my guide to create the shapes that I'm doing. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting together a little collage that will look like this, and this is not in the correct order. It'll actually go small, medium, large, like, so like the youngest will be here and the oldest will be here. But it's gonna kind of be like this with these papers included. I'm going to sew each of the pictures to each of these diamonds. So I guess I should put it in proper order so that I make sure to get these correct. This cute little picture. He was actually imitating his sister in that picture, who was doing that pose, and he was like, oh, this is how we're posing. She'd just gotten her face painted, and he was just like, I'm gonna be like her. Okay, so that's the way it'll actually go. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew right now and sew all these down. That was an exercise in what can go wrong will go wrong. Oh my gosh. So like I was just kind of doing my thing, and then all of a sudden all this stuff started falling down. I have stickers on like a post into pegboard. So all of those stickers decided to suddenly just fall down for no reason. And then after that, my bobbin ran out, and I was just like, come on, why does this, like, everything just goes so smoothly? And you can plan all you want, but you know, other stuff happens too. And I guess that's just a life lesson, right? You can plan all you want, but that doesn't mean it's going to go as smoothly as you're hoping. So let's hope that that's not what is coming for me as I start school in a couple weeks. I have been supposed to teach kindergarten since last spring, which is totally fine. I have no problem teaching kindergarten. The one downside to kindergarten is that you have to do what's called jump start, which means that you start your year a little earlier. You get paid and everything, but you have to come in and get your classroom ready in early August and start planning in early August. And then towards the end of August in my area, you have your kindergartners come for 4 half days, and which is great. But as a teacher, like, I really depend on my weekends or on my summers for recovery from the years, because it's, you know, this job is no joke. Okay, so next up, I cut these foam pieces because I was thinking I wanted to have them kind of pop up a little bit, because I was thinking I might be repetitive, I want to put pieces around like this. I did not try this out before I started recording, so I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Like, that's real life, right? That's the way we really function. So I'm going to start by just gluing these down. Like, I planned it to some degree, and then I was like, all right, it's go time. Let's just go and see what happens. If it turns out, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I don't have a problem with that. You know, like I said, you plan things, try it out, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. So this is just like the thicker foam. I don't know how many millimeters it is. I don't shop at Hobby Lobby as a rule, because of where they put their money. As a person who has many LGBTQ friends, I just don't feel right supporting a business that doesn't support them. And this is the one thing I buy at Hobby Lobby. And so every once in a while I will just make a big order, because I don't want to order lots of times, because I just feel it makes me sad to go shopping there. But it's like the best foam. It cuts really smoothly. It comes in a variety of colors, and I love it. I'm not going to put a link though. You have to go hunt it down if you want it yourself. The thinner foam, or the stuff that you get at the Dollar Tree, I find that it just squishes down really bad and doesn't hold up, whereas this stuff just really stays nice and firm. So my classroom is not ready yet. I'm going in tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be pretty much done setting up my classroom for the year, and then can get focused on like the real business of getting ready to teach the students, getting the curriculum and all that stuff. But before we do that, we're headed to Seaside, Oregon for a couple days next week, which I'm pretty excited about. That will be good. And it will be like the only vacation we've taken in a while. I am going to the Caribbean in November, or Thanksgiving break, to celebrate my dad's life. I was over at their place, my mom and dad's house, last summer, and my dad was talking about like things he wants. I was like, what do you want to do before you die? Like, what's on your bucket list before your life ends? And he was only 76 at the time, so he wasn't like, I was like, we still got 10 years, you know, but like before you get to the point where you're too old to do things, what do you want to do? And he said and he just got all teary, and he said, my favorite thing I ever did was go on a barefoot cruise in the Caribbean, and I would love to do that again, but I want to take my family. And so I was like, let's do it, let's plan it. And so I'm not even kidding, the next day we had reservations to go on a cruise, and it only sleeps 35 people, so 35 guests, so it's a really small, like, pirate ship, I'm imagining. And we're going down to the Caribbean, to St. Lucia, and I've never been to the Caribbean, so I'm pretty excited about that. The downside is, so we planned that trip, and my dad ended up getting COVID and passing away in February. And so like we were in the hospital like, Dad, you gotta pull through. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get you on that boat. If you're on a wheelchair, I will figure out the wheelchair accommodations. And we were just like going for it. So it became more of a legacy trip instead of like the last thing that he's doing that he's really excited about. So it's changed significantly, but it's still gonna be just a beautiful event. And we're gonna say goodbye to him there. We had these stones made out of his ashes, and we're taking some of those with us so that we can throw them into the water. And so he still gets to go on that trip with us. It'll be really beautiful. My brothers are both going. All of my nieces and nephews and my brother's significant others or kids, we're all going together, and it's just going to be this really amazing, powerful kind of event. So that's going to be my first major travel since the COVID quarantine, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I had them plan it over Thanksgiving break because I get a lot of time off right around then, and so it works out really well. I don't know how the airplanes are going to do around that time, because I know that airplanes have been pretty crazy lately. I've seen pictures of like Vegas and went, oh my goodness, that's pretty wild. So we'll see how it goes. It may end up being a longer vacation than I'm intending. All right, so here is the outcome for what I've got, and it's a little bit tall. I guess it's just gonna stick out the top a little bit. And I want it to be a little bit apart like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. I do like the way it's popping up though. I think that looks cool. And then, you know, just like the normal fall stuff. My birthday's in October, my daughter's birthday's in October, my mom's birthday is the beginning of November. It's just, fall is a beautiful celebratory time of year, and the Caribbean is just going to be the cherry on top. It's going to be really neat. And then my mom, she's been living in Idaho, but now that my dad has passed away, she's like, oh shoot. Oh good, didn't get too much glue on, I can clean that up. She's like, I don't want to live over here alone. I don't care how pretty the property is that we live on. I want to live by you guys. So we just found her a place that's like 15 minutes, 10 minutes away from where I live right now. And then she posted it on Facebook, and it turns out that my dad's cousin lives in that neighborhood. And it's not just a cousin, like there's 5 years difference between my dad and all of his siblings. So his oldest sister was 20 when he was born. And then she was married and had a baby just like, I want to say it was like 7 months after my dad was born. And so they're like more like siblings than cousins. And, siblings than having like a uncle-niece relationship. And so she lives in that neighborhood, and so that was just kind of cool to find out that we're having a little small world moment there. Okay, I think that's cute. I like that. All right, so And now I wanted to just add these little bits and pieces. So this is gonna go there, this is gonna go here. And that way we can actually see what the paper is that's behind. And my mom was so funny. I was telling her like, oh my gosh, we have so much going on. And she's like, what do we have going on? All that's going on is I'm moving. And I'm like, Mom, I'm a teacher. I'm starting school. It's a very busy time for me. And she's so funny because she used to work as a secretary in the public school system. And so I'm just like, you have forgotten a lot since retiring. You don't remember anymore. So Peacecraft Love is kind of an interesting business if you don't know the history. It was actually owned by a different owner for a number of years, or a while, I should say. I don't know how long it was. And then Anna Veach, the owner, ended up buying it, and basically she bought the inventory. And it's just been so fun to watch Peacecraft Love grow. As soon as I found her, I started shopping almost exclusively through Peacecraft Love because she's just like a one-woman show. Sometimes the shipping can take a little bit longer, but it's because Anna has to go to the warehouse and pack it all herself. And I'm sure as she continues to grow, that will change, and she will probably have employees and stuff, but right now it's just really like small business. And I have said a million times how much I love supporting her. So I'm really proud to be part of her creative ambassador team. Okay, I think this is super duper cute. I love the way this turned out. Is it perfect? No, it's far from it, but I still absolutely love it. I love the 3D element of it. The design is really cute. I guess if I wanted to, I could pop some more of these shapes in here, like that. Should I do that? What do you think? I'm gonna give it a try. Hold on. But I need to get my little paper cutter. And I promise you, this is more complicated than it looks because I have to cut a bunch more of this out. Okay. There's that, and there's that. Ooh, this is turning out so cute. So that's gonna go there. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that finishes off really nicely, I think. So that's gonna go there, like so. And then this is gonna go on the top, and then I need to cut out 2 more. Why did I glue these down already? Tamara, for goodness sake, you should have used them as guides. Oh, but they already glue on them, so I had to glue them down. Darn it. I did not have my thinking cap on right then. I had my impulsive cap. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out. Okay, so got that all cut out. That was funny that I just totally brain bubbled right then. Okay, so my son's name is Jude, and he says that whenever a teacher finds out that his name is Jude, they immediately go, "Hey Jude." He's like, I used to like that song when I was little. I do not like it anymore. Because anytime maybe he says, "Hey Jude," they start singing that song, which, you know, I can see that. My mom's name is Peggy, and she was in 5th grade when Peggy Sue came out. Pretty, pretty Peggy Sue. And she's like, I hated that song. Okay, so there's that part. And now all I need to do is add my little piece of strawberry cake. So I have the stamp here, And then I actually made a little foamy for this that I'm planning on putting right there. And I can either make it in this light pink, or I can make it in this more vibrant pink. I'm gonna go with the more vibrant pink. I always wonder as I'm crafting along, am I finishing my stories? I'm like, did I finish saying what I wanted to say about Anna? How rad she is? Okay, so there's a Washington stamp on this side, and I'm not taking it off because it loses its shape so easy. So just ignore that, and I'm gonna use this side for the strawberry cake stamp right here. And I'm just gonna do it in black. So I have the always appropriate Distress Oxide Tim Holtz, and I have Black Suit right here. And I think before I press it on there, I'm just gonna make sure, yep, it's got good coverage. You know, sometimes there's like a spot that doesn't quite read on a stamp. Okay, so then here's the part. Is it gonna do it? Where's our cake? There's the strawberry cake. Perfect for a celebration. This has been a pretty fun collection to work with. I love that she includes sparkles in them. I don't always want to make a shaker, and so just using the sewing machine to attach them, I think is a really great way to do that. I learned that from Shara Crane. She's always sewing sequins on. Okay, and the ink is not quite dry on this, and so that's why I'm being so delicate with how I'm doing everything here. And that's gonna go right there. And it's irritating me that I still have glue right here, but I promise you I'll go back and fix that a little bit later. Okay, so we have our strawberry cake. I'm gonna just go ahead and glue that right in the middle of my little boy. If you're wondering, he is 14 now, and he is 6 feet tall. He is just a huge, beautiful, wonderful person, and I feel lucky to be his mama. So that's pretty cute. I like it a lot. So that's what I have for this month, and happy birthday to Peacecraft Love and many more, because it is my favorite store to shop for paper. If you're ever like looking for something in particular and you can't find it, email her. She's really good about hunting things down. If there's a collection that you want and she doesn't have it, but you want to support her, write to her and find out if it's coming. She's an amazing business owner, and we are blessed to have her in our crafting community. Happy birthday, Anna. Happy birthday, Peacecraft Love. And thanks for hanging out with me while I crafted and created this cute, adorable birthday layout with my son Jude as the centerpiece. Cheers.